This is 201, week 5, part 10. I'm probably going to wrap it up here. And actually, I only have like a couple more sentences to talk about. And I don't think I'm gonna wait to, it just seems like a good stopping point because we're in the last video and I got a couple sentences to talk about. So I'm probably not going to do the full 10 minutes. But let's just take a look at the very final line of the story and then we'll be done for the day. The final line of part 2. The last thing he saw was the door of his room being pulled open. His sister was screaming. His mother ran out in front of her in her blouse. Her sister had taken off some of her clothes after she had fainted to make it easier for her to breathe. She ran to her father, her skirts unfastened and she ran to his father, her skirts unfastened and sliding one after another to the ground. Stumbling over the skirts, she pushed herself to his father, her arms around him, uniting herself with him totally. Now Gregor lost his ability to see anything, her hands behind his father's head, begging him to spare Gregor's life. It's a really weird moment, and I will admit to you that I do not fully know what to do with it. So Gregor's mother saw Gregor and she fainted, and then the sister tried to revive her with smelling salts and unbuttoned her clothes so that she could she wouldn't be constricted by the clothing. Because when you're freaking out or having a panic attack, people often feel overheated and constricted, and they gotta like if I get frustrated or upset, I often get overheated, and I feel like I need to like cool off. So that makes sense. But it's such a weird moment that I don't know what to do with. That Gregor's father is trying to kill. Let's do summary and see if you can hear from the summary how crazy this is. Gregor's father is trying to kill him by throwing apples at his son, and his mother runs in from the other room, but all her clothes fall off because they've all been loosened by Greta. All her clothes fall off on the way there, and then she sort of unites with the father. He saw them fully united, which it feels weirdly sexual. I mean, obviously she's not having Gregor's mother's not having sex with the father right in front of him, but like his naked mother comes running and grabbing the father, begging him to spare his life. It feels like a weird moment. Like Gregor's seeing your mom naked is something you probably shouldn't see as an adult. And I mean, there's strictures against that kind of thing, but like the fact that his father's trying to kill him, being very aggressive, and it actually has hurt him very badly and maybe even fatally, and that the naked mother joins with the violent father. That's a crazy image to end part 2 on. And what makes it even more crazy is Gregor's eyesight fails right at that moment. That's a kind of in the ancient world. That's a kind of classic. You saw something you shouldn't have seen, and so you have been struck blind. Right? You saw a goddess naked, and now the goddess will take your eyesight. The goddess was bathing in the river, and you saw her when you shouldn't have. You snuck in there and looked, and now I'm going to punish you by taking away your eyesight. There's something of that kind of thing. Again, metaphor. There's something of that in there with this bizarre image of Gregor's mother naked, joining forces with the violent father trying to kill him, at which point Gregor's eyesight fails. I don't fully know what to make of it, but there's something in there. I don't really know what to do. I should say something intelligent here, but I'll tell you the truth, I'm still figuring it out. And honestly, that's why I teach this. Because I think about it all the time and I don't have it fully figured out. And so a lot of times I teach it so that I can kind of figure it out with you. And I don't know what to say about that moment. It is strangely sexual. It is. It's very strange. I'll tell you, I find strangeness interesting. It's a very strange story, and that's a strange moment in the story, and I just find strangeness fascinating. Whenever I watch, a lot of times when I watch movies, I'm very bored by them because I feel like I've seen it all before. When I read Kafka, I feel like I've never read anything like this before, and I don't fully understand it, and I like that. Sometimes when people don't understand something, they get frustrated and give up. When I don't understand something, I'm like, that makes my brain work, and I think about it all the time, and I turn it over years. It's just the same story for years as I keep thinking about it, and I don't fully know what to do with it. But it's real interesting. Anyway, I think we're done for the week. We've done a fantastic job, and I will see you guys next week. Go on the discussion board and tell me what you think about these things. I should be giving you better instructions for the discussion board, but I keep forgetting to do that in my excitement over literature. So go on the discussion board and ask questions and make observations and say things and tell me what you think. Is it funny? Is it weird? Tell me what you think about what we've read. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. You're all great.